to my channel, The Anonymous Budgeter. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're back for another video, thank you so much for checking out my channel. I really do appreciate it. So it's been a really long time, I feel like, since I've actually uploaded or sat down and filmed a video, maybe like a week or two. I was having a lot of technical issues, so I ran out of storage on my laptop, and then I had to kind of figure that out. And then I had issues with my charger, but I hopefully have sorted all that out. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and just go through a brief rundown of my monthly bill setup as well as my paycheck number one. So if you're interested, please stay tuned and let's get right into the video. Alright, so hello again everyone. So as you can see here, I'm going to just be inputting my bills due for the month of March. So for this calendar here, I just really like having an overview of my bills that are going to be coming up due. I also have another little booklet that I have. It's basically like a monthly calendar for the year. So I use this one to basically just input all my bills in there, but I also just like having it here on this sheet of paper in my main budget binder book. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to just mark off when I get paid, what bills are due, what I have already paid, because as we're filming this, it's actually March 9th. So it's been definitely over a week, and I feel so bad for, kind of abandoning my channel, but I really did have a lot of technical issues. My laptop was out of storage, and then I had to go on Amazon and purchase an external hard drive, and then that was a thing. So yeah, and then when I was trying to charge my laptop, it wasn't charging, so I was like, what's going on? And I'm really careful with my charger because I know how the Apple chargers are so fickle. So it's been a lot. And then I work, so I have to make sure that I kind of balance work plus doing this. But I'm really happy to be back, and hopefully everything is sorted out so I don't have to worry about it. So for the month of March, we're looking at 2 paydays on the 10th and the 24th. Like I mentioned, today is the 9th, so I'm getting paid tomorrow. So I really wanted to set everything up before the first paycheck came through. So let's just go ahead and look at the bills that are coming due just week by week. So from the 1st to the 4th, so on the 1st, I had, of course, rent was due, which has already been paid. And then I'm also part of a Patreon, which has already come out for the month. And then we're moving on down to the 5th. So on the 5th, I don't know if it's my Apple storage or my Apple Music, but one of the Apples come out on the 5th, and that's already been taken out. The 6th, I have my Metro PCS, which is my cell phone bill. And then I have my Assurity on that day, which is my life insurance. And then I have my internet. I'm not even sure what day honestly this internet comes out, because last month it came out on the 2nd. Was it the 2nd? The month prior to that it came out on the 5th, and then this month it came out, I believe, on the 6th. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's, I guess, somewhere between the 2nd and the 5th, I guess, depending on maybe where the days fall. So who knows. And in terms of bills for this week, at least, that is all that I am looking at. No, I think I had one more, which was my CarePass. All right, and that already came out. So we can definitely go ahead and check all these ones out because they've all been paid. All right. And then after I get paid, which is the 10th, the next week, I have a couple of bills that are coming due. So on the 15th, I always have my Marcus, which is where I have my Roth IRA. And then I don't know, I think my FBL comes out on the 16th. It's either the 16th or the 27th. I'm not, honestly, I'm genuinely not too sure. But but I don't think it comes out on the 16th, you guys, but I'm so confused. I'm just gonna put it as the 16th. We'll see. And this is my electricity. If it does not come out on the 16th, I'm going to make a note of the day that it comes out, and then I'll just make an adjustment. But that one is auto pay, because sometimes I'm just scared I'm gonna forget to pay it, so I definitely auto pay my internet and my electricity. I'm always a little bit nervous doing that, because I'm just like, I always try to make sure that I go back in there to look at my bill and see if everything looks okay, because I'm not trying to get scammed. And on the 20th of every month, my Fidelity comes out. And that week, that's pretty much it. My payday is on the 24th, and I'm hopefully can transfer the money for family on the 25th. And then after that, I just have my Hulu and my HP Ink that comes out on the 30th. And I think my electricity comes out on the 28th, but like I said, I'll keep an eye out on it, and I'll just put a little asterisk right there. So yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking at for my bills due for the month of March. Paycheck number 1 is not looking too bill heavy, but definitely paycheck number 2, even though it looks really light, I still have to make sure that I have the money for the following month, which will be April, the next 2 weeks before my next paycheck. So paycheck number 2 is definitely going to have to cover April's rent, which is basically like the bulk or the majority of where my paycheck goes to. So yeah, but this is basically it for my March bills overview. And then really quickly, because I never came back to kind of do an overview of my February like no spend challenge and how everything went down for the month of February, I just wanted to go through quickly like the month that was February. Overall, I feel like I would give myself a C+. Overall, I feel like it was okay. I didn't go overboard or overspend in my grocery category or my gas, which was really, really good. I really pat myself on the back for that, because those two categories in the past have been really a challenge for me. But I did overspend, and my overspend or my over budget was like $809.73, which is a lot considering I had 16 no spend days and I was trying to be very intentional not spending. I had a lot of DoorDash orders, and the DoorDash is not like me not cooking at home. Basically, at my job, I treat, like my coworkers, or like the staff, so we'll get lunch together, because, sometimes it's so crazy. And yeah, it's basically because of that. I had like almost $300 basically for DoorDash orders. Hurts my soul. I had a couple other little unbudgeted expenses that were pretty tough. I did an order on online labels, which was like $79. I did give to like this really amazing cause for like, outreach, and that was about $103. And then I did my taxes in February, and I paid my tax guy $250, which is more than I typically pay, but he's been super amazing. So I just gave him $250, and these ones were kind of like the bulk of where the majority of my overspend went, which was definitely DoorDash, giving, which I'm not gonna complain about that, and my tax guy. So yeah, otherwise, I mean, I would have overspent, but it wouldn't have been like a huge part of it. But overall, outside of that, everything else was kind of budgeted for. Again, in the month of February, I was trying to do a no spend, and then I did have a couple of big purchases that I made, but those were planned. So I like planned my trip to go see Usher. Also, I bought my Renaissance tickets, and what else? Oh, and I also had I also had to get like my hair done, so I had budgeted for that. I did have a particular style in the beginning of the month, but then I couldn't, it was just not what I thought it was going to be, so I had had it removed like after 2 weeks, and then I just did a silk press, so that was like an additional expense. So moving forward for the rest of the year, I definitely would like to continue on with doing a low spend, maybe not necessarily like a no spend for the month. I feel like it's doable, but in my mind I'm like, this is just so impossible because things always come up. But I think it was a really good challenge, and I'm definitely going to try and do it again sometime later on in the year. But for the month of March, I'm definitely challenging myself to do a low spend, where some things I'll just, it's not life or death. And most of these things that we purchase, they really aren't life or death. So I think I'm going to try to definitely do a low spend. But March has not started off on a really low spendy note, so I'm definitely gonna have to do better in the coming days. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you for the month of February. And then it was really fun tracking everything, so yeah, I really am going to continue doing that for the month of March. And for March, I've already started tracking everything. I haven't color coordinated everything, so I'll probably come in the middle of the month and do like a mid-monthly check-in. So hopefully I can upload a video sometime next week, giving you guys a little mid-month roundup or check-in of the month of March and how everything is going. But yeah, it's been a little bit spendy, so spoiler alert. But I will go through my rollover budget just real quickly with you guys. In terms of my rollover budget, that's basically from the 1st of March to 9th, which is like the first day of the month to the last day, the day before I get paid. So yeah, so it's basically whatever is in my bank account, which is not like my paycheck. So this is like whatever leftover I had after maybe I transferred money or whatever transactions happened. So these fixed expenses are basically what I had to have covered between the time like of my last paycheck to when I got paid. My rent is not there because I actually paid my rent on February 28th, so I didn't really include it in there. And then I did go grocery shopping today, so for this week I actually was pretty good with my groceries. I actually had $50 extra from the last paycheck, so from last month. So just coming in under $50 was pretty cool, because I think I had like about $53 extra, so I'm really happy about that. And I just needed to top up like some of my groceries. And then in terms of gas, I just filled up my tank, so I should be good for maybe about another week, so that's really good. And then I already have a ton of unbudgeted expenses, which is $192, so like I almost have $200 of unbudgeted expenses. So I'm just trying to be very intentional, like I mentioned, of what I'm spending, and there's things that I probably will have to do without, because there's nothing really urgent that I need, but like I said, things always come up. So with that being said, I'm going to see how much I have left over. Okay, so according to my calculations, I should have $142.67 left for my rollover. And yeah, so that's it. After I get paid, I'll do my tracking and like check off what bills I have. So that's basically it. I hope you guys are doing well. How has your March been going so far? I can't believe we're already in March. Like I said, for the month of February, there were some positives and some not so good days, but overall, like, just give myself a C. In terms of like your February budget, did you guys do like a closeout? How would you rate yourself? Yeah, so hopefully for this month, like I said, I'm trying to be intentional with what I spend my money on, so fingers crossed that I can do really well. So that's it for this video. I didn't want it to be too long. The next video is coming up is going to be a cash stuffing, so stay tuned for that. Really excited to share that one with you guys. If you have any questions, don't forget to comment down below, and bye guys.